What's going on, folks? Skullboneslayer here, and welcome back to another tutorial episode of RPG Maker MV. It's really fun. Let's get right into it. So last time we covered everything up here. It wound up being a almost 20-minute episode. Kind of surprising, but whatever. Today we're going to be covering everything in events. The events tab. So this is an event. You have to go into this right here. It looks like it's kind of like a bomb hitting the ground, to be honest, but whatever. So usually you'll go new and it'll open up this, but we already have one here from last time, so we'll just go to edit, and this is your event page. So we'll go from here to here to here. Alright, so first off, you got your name, so we'll call this random. You can make yourself a note, so hi me, whatever, you just make yourself a note. Here you can add more event pages if you want. You can delete them. You can copy a whole event page and then paste it. It'll paste it into a new tab for you. And you can also clear an event page. So here are your conditions. So you can have a switch 1 for example, and we'll call this hi. Now if switch 1 is on, then it'll run this event. Oh, my bad. So if switch 1 is on, then it'll run this event. If it's not on, then it'll just go whenever something happens. So you can define 2 switches at once. You can also define a variable, and we'll get into variables a bit later, more in the tutorials. Now you can also confirm a self switch. This is where you're going to use if you use more than one page, most likely. But if a self switch is on, then it'll run that page before it runs the main page, or whatever. You know, it depends. Items. So I believe this is if you have a certain item in your inventory, then it'll run this. If you don't, then it won't. Same with actor. If you have a certain actor with you, then it'll run it. Here's image. So you can select an image of it. So if you want it to look like a character, then we'll go vehicle and there. So now it'll look like this. Now autonomous movement. So we can do it fixed. We can have it so it moves around randomly. It'll approach the character, or custom. Go to custom. Then we'll have to do this. And we'll have to make a move pattern for it, and we'll get into this a bit later. But for now, we're just going to put it on random. So we can have a speed for it, so I'm going to put it on normal speed, I think. Frequency, a bit higher than usual, so that's more autonomous movement options. This stuff here is the kind of animation it'll have. Most of the time, you're not going to want to do this unless you have a big event. So for now, I'm just gonna have a walking. This is your priority. If it's below characters, your character will be able to walk right over it. If it's above characters or same as character, your character will not be able to walk over it, but it'll be able to touch it. Next, your trigger. This is what will cause the event to run. You have your action event, which is enter or space, and if you hit one of those, then it will load this event. Player touch, if you walk into it, it'll load the event. Event touch, so if you touch another event and you want this event to run, it'll run the event. Auto run, so if you go into this certain map or if you load the game, it'll automatically run this event. Or parallel, parallel works so that if you run an event and you want this to run at the same time because maybe you have so many things you need it, then you could run it like that, I believe. I'm not entirely sure on parallel. I believe that's how it works though, I believe. Next is your main event. So here we can go new. And these are all your event commands. So first we'll do these all because that's what the video's on today. So we'll do show text. And here we have a bunch of stuff. So first off, we'll get a character. We'll do one, and we'll load up Harold, and we'll say, hi me, and let's have this transparent and in the middle of the screen. Let's see what that'll look like. Yeah, I think that looks cool. And batch entry. Now, I'm not entirely sure what this is. Let's see if we have enables the input of more than 4 lines and inserts multiple event commands. Okay, so we then go boom, Then we preview it. That seems pretty pointless, I'll be honest. Alright, so now hit OK, and we'll go down. So now we're going to load a new one. So we'll go show choices for message again. And this will load a message with different choices. I'm not going to use this, but you can have up to 6 choices. And yeah, so your default will be this one, and your cancel will be that one. And this can be like same as the last settings, so window, dim, and transparent, stuff like that. And window position, right, middle, left, stuff like that. Input number, so here's where you can go if you wanted to give a certain number, like maybe you want to ask a player their age before they get into your game. This is where you're going to want to go to insert the variable. And now select item. So this is, I believe, oh, just a moment, sorry. Yeah, so I believe this is what you'll run if you want to say that the character ran the item. And show scrolling text, you're going to want to use this if... There we go. So you're going to want to use this for like credits and stuff like that, or like a big storyline and stuff like that. And yeah, that's kind of like what that does. Now party, change gold. So this will give your party money, and you can increase it, decrease it, the constant, or you can define a variable for it. We're not going to do that. You can give someone in your party an item, so increase, decrease, constant, variable, stuff like same as the gold. You can give someone in your party weapons, or you can take it away, same as the last one. You can give them armor, same as this weapon, sorry. I was just gonna say shield. And you can also change party members. You can add people to your party, so I'm gonna add Lucius, and yeah, let's do that. So now we're going to go new in game progression. So this is where we control switches. So if we want to have one on, or whoops, my bad. There we go. If we want to have that on, then we'll go single, and then we'll go on, or we can do range, and this will go from 1 to 100, and I'll turn all of them on. And we can, oh, my bad, there we go. Hold on. And we can also define a variable. It's kind of the same thing, except a lot different, apparently. This is the same, but operation, set, add, subtract, multiply, divide, and mod. Not sure what mod is. Oh, okay. Cool. So it's kind of like Medulla. Then you have like your constant, your variable, your random, your game data, and your script. Control timer, so this is where you can set a timer. Maybe we want it 300 minutes. Oh, no, never mind. Can't have that much. Alright, well, whatever. You know, you have that. And next you have your flow control. So a conditional branch, if we load that, then it'll have conditions. So if we have enemy 2 appeared, then it'll load the rest of it, else, yeah, and you can control else statements and stuff like that. Here you can have your loops, stuff like that, so, and it'll load that. So just keep running this until something happens that you can define. I'm going to let you guys mess around with this a little bit, and you can define, load some of your own different things. You can have your break loop, which you're going to want to have, otherwise it'll crash your game pretty much. Exit event processing, so this will cancel it if you like load something. So if you have show choices and then they make a wrong mistake, then you just do boom and I'll exit it. Okay, load back up. Alright, we'll just delete it then. We'll go to new. I don't use this much often, I'm not gonna lie to you. Common event, I'm not sure what this one is. Honestly, hold on, let's see what this is. Calls up a common event. When the called event is complete, it moves on to the next command. Okay, so this will pull up another event from a different area. Next you have your labels, so you can label things, and you can also jump to a label. So if you have a long list, then you can jump up back to places. And a comment, set to display. Okay, so this is kind of like a // to a programmer. It just helps organize everything. Okay, next on this page we have actor. An actor, you can change the health of the actor with all this. You know, you can do herald, you know, specific people or the entire party, constant, increase, all that. You can change the magic power, I believe that's what it is, and the entire party, all of that. You can change the TP, and it's pretty much the same for all these. You can change the states. You can recover all. So yeah, so I believe recover all is like if someone's dead, then you can bring them back. You can change the EXP, the experience level. You can change the actual level itself. You can change a parameter with all this. You can change a skill with all this right here. You can change the equipment with certain actors, weapon types, and equipment item. You can change the name. So if we want Herald, we'll turn him into Matt. There we go. New. We can change a class. We don't want to at this point. We can change a nickname. He doesn't have a nickname, so we won't worry about that. And we can change a profile. We're not going to worry about that right now either. So let's go to our next page. So movement. You can transfer a player to a separate map all on its own. You can set a vehicle location either through the map or direct XY. I'm not sure why you would use XY, but you can if you want to. You can set an event location somewhere on your map or using XY. You can use scroll map and it'll like move your map around for you. You can set a movement route as we looked at over here. Now you can have it move anywhere, step backwards, jump, wait, change speed, switch on, switch off, script, play sound effect, through, direction fix, stepping, walking animation. And this will repeat it if you want and skip if cannot move. That you're going to usually want to have this clicked so that in case it crashes your game. Or just not have this clicked. Alright, so let's move on. So you can get on or off a vehicle. We're not going to worry about that because we don't have any vehicles in our game right now. So we'll just move on from that. If it'll load. There we go. So next you can have timing wait. So what this will do is it'll wait to load the next part of the event. And it's pretty self-explanatory, most of these. So next you have your characters. You can change transparency. And we're not going to worry about most of these, but change player followers. We're not going to do that. Gather followers, stuff like that. It's going pretty slow today. You can show an animation, or you can show a balloon. And I'll show you what a balloon is. So we'll do a player. We'll do light bulb. Why not? Wait for completion. Alright, and yeah, so now we'll load a new one. This shows, I'll show you what this is in game because it's kind of hard to explain. And then you can erase an event. We're not going to use this, but yeah. You can use that if you want to delete the event. I'm not sure why you'd want to, but you can if you want to. Next you have pictures. This is kind of weird using because when you show a picture you can't really take it off the screen without using a plugin. So I don't recommend using it, but you can if you really want to, maybe in like the credits. But yeah, so you can get an image or something, and yeah, just one moment, guys. Okay. You can have the position in the upper left or the center, stuff like that, and you can decide where it goes. Okay guys, so it turns out I'm wrong. You can actually move the picture, rotate the picture, or tint the picture, or erase the picture. Turns out there is a way to remove the picture. I'm just dumb and didn't realize it until now. So next your screen, you can fade in, fade out, tint, flash, shake, or set a weather effect. Pretty self-explanatory. Next is your audio. You can play a movie, which is kind of like a video, stuff like that. until the movie ends. Makes sense. You can play stop sound effect, play sound effect, play. Not sure what ME is. Specific ME. Okay, that's helpful. Fade out background sound, play background sound, replay background music, save background music, fade out background music, and play background music. So if we go here, and we want Battle 2. We'll listen to it for a second here, if it'll work. It's not gonna work. Okay, fantastic. Life hates me. So let's move on to the third and final page of our events, and then we'll call the episode there. So next you have your scene control. So battle processing and shot processing are pretty much the same. Well, nowhere near the same, but you get the point. So this will start a battle, and just a sec. So this will start a battle, and this will also do shop. So if we go to like the shop, we can have merchant, stuff like that. And if we go to battle, then we can set a certain battle to start whenever we want. We can have a name input, so where you can set a name and stuff like. Just a sec, you guys. Alright, guys. So next we have name input, where you can name your own character. Really useful if you want the character to feel in part of the game. Next you have maps. You can change the name of the map from event. I'm not sure why you would, because the character doesn't really see it unless you clear it so that they can see it. You can change the battle back of the map. You may want to do this if you're in a certain room in the map. Stuff like that. You can change the parallax. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Let's just take a look here. Okay. I believe the parallax is part of the battle back, but I'm not entirely sure. You guys will have to experiment that on your own. As well, you can jot down some location info. So if you're using a script or something and you need to get the exact location of the character, you can go ahead and use that. Next, you have your system settings. You can change the background music, you can change the victory music, you can change the defeat music, you can change the vehicle background music, you can change the save access, you can change the menu access, you can change the encounter rate. I believe that's the encounter rate. And oh, okay. So you can have it enabled or disabled from inside an event. You can change the formation access. You can change the window color of the of the game itself. Yeah. Oh, interesting. So you can change like the window color of the game itself, I believe, or the menu screen. You can change the actor images. So it kind of like what the actor looks like. You can change, and you can change the vehicle image. Kind of what the vehicle will look like. Next, you have your battle. You can change the enemy HP, you can change the enemy MP, enemy TP, and you can change the enemy stats. You can enemy remove all, recover all. So have full health again, stuff like that. You can enemy transform, so it turns into a different enemy. You can show a battle animation if you like. You can force an action, or you can abort the battle, all from this certain event. You can have a script come in, so if you're a programmer like myself, you can go in and have a script come in with an if, else statement, stuff like that. As long as you know a bit of JavaScript. As well, you can have your plugin come in, and yeah, you can load a plugin command itself. Okay, guys, that's pretty much all you need to really know about the game. Or not the game, sorry, but oh yeah, you can see it. It changed the picture of the event. I guess I forgot to show you guys that, but it just happened now. So that's pretty much all you need to really know about events. I'm going to show you what it looks like in game here. Yeah, here you go. Oh, it's not responding. Oh, it's like we'll be right back when we get in game. Okay guys, we're back, and as you can see we're in game now. It's pretty laggy, but you can also see that our event is moving randomly, so we're just gonna go follow it real quick. It's like, you can see that it'll move in random positions at any time. So if we walk over here a bit, it should move in a direction. Let's wait for it. Maybe not. Let's walk up. Let's touch our event. Hi, me! And then I'll do the other things that we talked about after I hit enter. See, there's the light bulb. So like that's the boolean. It shows what it is on the actual game. So you can have a question mark, an exclamation mark, you know, tell what the oh my bad. You can show different things in games, so the emotion of the game, kind of stuff like that. It's really cool. I use them a lot when I'm making a game. And if we go back into the menu here, you can see that it changed the name of our hero to Matt. Okay guys, that's everything you need to know on events for today. I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions, be sure to leave me a comment down below. And besides that, have a great day everyone. Peace out.